As the wolf pack leader's daughter, my brother and friends never looked me in the eye, and when he was bullied on the way to school, he just turned away coldly. Skylar just wants to be an asset to her pack. She's the daughter of the beta, and her brother is set to take the title after graduation. Her father wants nothing to do with her, and is constantly belittling the things she does accomplish. She is the top of her class and the top warrior, but no one knows because she hides in the shadows as much as possible. Her bullies torture her, but never get caught. She takes them on time and time again, though, to protect other innocent members of her pack. Her brother and his friends ignore her existence, and all she wants to do is get out of a pack that doesn't seem to want her, and become an Aram Aselplin for the Alpha King. She wants to feel wanted and accepted somewhere. Her whole world changes when a new girl shows up and decides to befriend Skylar after an intense training session. She brings Skylar out of the shadows and brings to light the darker side of pack members. Can Skylar get past her past and live the life she wants? I'm walking into school behind my brother and Oliver, one of his best friends. They really don't pay any attention to me, and only let me follow them to school because Mary makes them bring me. Mary is my nanny. She has been with me as long as I can remember. My dad is the beta of the pack and really busy, so Mary was brought on to teach me how to mumberheim, have like a lady, which basically means teach me to be silent unless spoken to and out of the way of the men. She does nothing of the sort, but my dad doesn't know that as long as I make a good show when he were around, my brother spends most of his time with the future Alphace, Cameron and Dakota, the future Delta, Sam and the future Gamma Oliver. They travel in a group wherever they go. They are almost worse than some of the girls here. Mary told him to make sure I got to and from school safely after I came home last week with a bruise under my eye and scrapes at my arm. I tried to tell her it was an accident and that I tripped. It was not a big deal, but she didn't believe me. She knows I have been having trouble with kids at the school. I live in a werewolf pack that feeds on hierarchy and dominance. Of course, at some point we are all going to start trying to showcase our dominance. We for middle schoolers, what I have seen though, is affects more the non-ranked kids who are trying to show off for the ranked kids. They are trying to gain status by being noticed. It was funny to think that some kids are popular just for the rank they were born into, not what they have actually done. Obviously, everybody wants to be the Alphas kids' friends. That's the height of all popularity. My brothers Sam and Oliver are far behind being rank born. I, however, don't matter, even though I am the beta's daughter and have beta blood. I am the reason that my mother is dead, and that is reason enough to shun me to lower than a Reiki. That is why Mary fears for me. She has seen how kids openly treat me, and no adult does a thing to stop it. Not even my father. Move it, fatty. You are taking up the whole hallway and walking slower than a turtle. Are you sure you were a wolf? Kaylee sneers behind me. I just move to the side to try and get out of her way. She sticks her foot between my legs and I trip sideways head first into a locker, not being able to catch myself with my arm full of books. The crash brings everyone to a halt. All eyes are on me, but the only ones I care about are my brother. He turned to look at the sound, and when I made eye contact, he just shook his head, rolled his eyes, and turned to walk away, Oliver and Kaylee following him. The rest of the kids in the hallway dispersed too, some laughing quietly, others not so quietly, but no one stops to help me up. 7th Pave, don't you ever question my authority in front of another student again. Kaylee shoulder checks me into a door leading out to the courtyard in the middle of the school. I didn't question your authority. I told you that you can hit kids just because they are in your way. If you were late, that is not their fault. I shouldn't snap back at her. It only fuels her fire, but she's starting to get on my nerves. She was late because she skipped 2nd period to go get coffee with her friends and was late getting back to 3rd period, who happens to be a teacher that will report her to her father. Although nothing ever seems to happen when she is reported, I right myself, set my focus down the hallway and move to walk away from the door that was holding me up. But before I can get 2 steps, Marnie, one of Kaylee's little minions, steps out to chirp me. I hear cackles of laughter, then others join in, meaning we attracted a crowd. I look up to see my brother and his friends joining in with the laughter. Maybe if you trained a little harder and lost some of that baby fat,